Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and I don't know if you can see in front of me on the floor here, but we got a problem, and that is our custom-made Sobeck cage here. Well, Sobeck has apparently learned to climb up and out. There's no other escape path. He's now done it twice. We do have some parts we picked up to kind of modify it, hopefully make it more escape-proof, but step one is going to be corralling the croc. There's a couple ways you can do it. One is if you want to go Steve Irwin style, you can just jump on him. I wouldn't do that with a croc this size. It's probably not advisable. Two is you can cover their eyes. I always recommend covering a croc's eyes with something, then you can grab it. You can just go in and grab it, but if you cover its eyes, it's going to be much easier to do, less likely of you getting bit. All kinds of good stuff that are going to happen from that aspect. So covering their face is a really good way to catch them. Another thing you can do with them is you can just wrestle with them, get him tired out, and then just pick him up. But for today, we're going to show you how we cover the face of one and grab one when it's on the ground. Now, usually you use a towel or something like that. I don't have a towel handy, but I do have my handy dandy TGR sponsor t-shirt. So I'm gonna have to get, sorry guys, I'm gonna get a little naked for you. A little necky. So here we go. You all ready for this? I mean, do I need some music? Some boom, 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 boom. Sorry. So we're going to take this t-shirt, let me flip it right side out, because again, I do want to get our sponsor a little extra airtime, TGR Rack Systems. They're good for all your racking needs and also covering the face of a croc. And if you happen to find that you are a Patreon member, you do get 10% off of everything they sell. So it's really simple. Just going to take this. Please don't put a hole in my shirt. We're just going to kind of nicely try to cover his face. Oh, that's a good sign. So we'll give him just a second to calm down. And now he shouldn't be able to see very well. The kicker is going to be, what you doing, Sobeck? What you doing? Huh? Now, a few things on Sobeck while he's relaxing. Yeah, we haven't shown a lot of him since we did the new cage. We do have the heat system going. We did show that. It's working really well now. So everything in the cage is working wonderfully. Get a little light on in there for you. Oh, we can't. We had to unplug it because the cords are over here. But the thing about it is he has gotten more possessive in his new cage. It's a bigger area, much more water, much more land. He's eating well in there, but he is not eating in front of us. I've had him eat live things, had him eat dead things, but he will not do it in front of us. Therefore, he's not doing it on a camera. I may try a GoPro sometime. How you doing, buddy? Pretty calm? So now, what we're going to do is just kind of go in here. Now watch yourself, because he has a lot of spin, so you gotta be prepared to move back. I'm old and fat with a bad back, so I'd rather move here. That's just me. We're just gonna kind of go in there. Whoo! That always makes me so excited. And we're gonna give him a grab. You ready, buddy? You ready? Oh, so here's the question. Does Matt lose fingers? Oh, actually this isn't that bad. I'm just trying to build the drama up for you. But you do want to grab right back here behind the head. Now he does still know I'm here. He can hear me. But you don't want to grab up too close. You don't want to get your fingers around the mouth. You don't want to try holding the mouth closed, although that can be done. But if you get behind the head, right here at the joint, right in front of the two front feet, right behind, you're going to be able to get a good grip, and you're going to be able to prevent him from being able to turn on you and bite. You want your arm kind of right behind him, not to the side. If you have your elbow out here trying to do some weird shit like that, he could turn on you and bite you. I don't know why you would do that, though. Here goes nothing. You ready, bud? Ready? And we just go rop. Right there. I know. Now I'm going to save my shirt. Oh, you did bite it. Not too bad though, huh? And now we got him under control. We can just pick him up. He's trying to roll over. This is a good time to kind of give him an inspection. Make sure all the scales look good. Teeth are looking good. He did break a few trying to get you out of a tight spot. They do replenish their teeth quite easily. He's looking pretty good. So now I'll simply carry him over here. Trip my, you know what, Kurt, I'm gonna need a hand with that. Kurt's gonna have to open the thing for me. My hands are full. I did not plan that very well. Did you guys hear that? Come on, make some more noises for me. Maybe. Then we can just simply, hey, let him go. Yeah, you tried to roll over on me. That's all latched in. He's back in there. He's back feisty. Problem solved. So now what we're going to do is stop here, then we'll show you our changes to make this happen and see if it doesn't help contain the good crocodile god, Sobeck. Hey, so we got Sobeck back in there. I'll be honest, when I went to the store and bought the stuff, I didn't measure. I just said, hey, this will probably work. Should have bought more of it. So we will be making a trip back to the store to finish this job up if it does work. So what the whole point of this is, and you can see here, it's probably our best panel. We had to kind of go over things there. If we wanted to, we could cut along and fit, but it's kind of nice to cover that too, just in case that's where he's getting some purchase. This is a fiberglass screen. So the idea is, what I think is happening, if you look over here, is he's getting his paws through this and able to climb up it like a chain link fence and able to get purchase. I imagine he's probably getting out right over here because it's a tall enough land mass that he can get up on the land, get his nose started, use it to kind of push himself up, get his feet up there and start climbing. So we did make sure and cover that portion. I'm not as worried about over here with this little strip, although we will do them and we'll do all the way to the top just for consistency's sake. The idea is that with this here, he will not be able to get his paws in there and be able to get enough grip to climb up the side. It's on there pretty taut, so he will just kind of won't be able to grip on. It's going to slide off and won't be able to get started on the climb up. That's the hope. Now, will it work? Well, I don't know. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I mean, most of you already know this anyway. I ain't hiding nothing. This is croc number 1 for me. This is hopefully the last croc for me. You're probably thinking, well, why is that? Well, these guys can live a very long time, and I'm hoping he lives a very long time. And if that's the case, then he is going to expire roughly around the time that I'm probably too old to own a croc. So I hope Sobeck is my only croc. That was kind of the plan when I got him, right, buddy? But I have thought about getting a second, trying to do some pairing. But to be honest, I kind of feel like if I'm doing that, I'm just doing it to do it. You know, I mean, I've never felt good about selling crocs. I've never liked it. I really don't like it. I think, you know, people always get on people about selling spiders and wobble, and that's about a 5-minute conversation you should have with every customer to make sure they understand what's going on. Selling somebody a croc, I mean, honest to goodness, there's so much not liability in selling it, just for the animal. Like, most people aren't prepared to deal with a croc. Most people aren't prepared to give up a big enough section. I mean, this is guys, this is a freaking minimum right here, okay? This is as minimum as you can be space-wise, and a lot of people aren't ready to do that. You know, they're not ready to not have cats or dogs around it. They're not ready to not have small children around it. It's just a big commitment, even with the dwarf caiman, and oh my God, with an alligator. So I've never felt good about selling crocs. So that always brings me back to the probably shouldn't breed something that I don't feel good about selling, right? I honestly think it's easier to keep a rattlesnake than it is to keep a croc. I think anybody going and getting a rattlesnake knows damn well what a rattlesnake is. Well, there was one person. But I think people see these little crocs, say, oh, he's cute. They make that cute little noise. And they just think they're going to grow up and be buddies. Maybe. He wants to tear my face off most of the time. I mean, you know. And then 2, coming home and, oh, there's a croc out on the loose. Well, for me, it's not a big deal. I was like, well, that's a pain in the ass. He's done it twice now. That's why we didn't make this because I'm afraid that he's going to get out and hurt me. Nobody's going to come in this room without me, except for maybe Kurt whenever I'm gone. And Kurt can handle himself well. You know, I'm not worried about kids. You know, now Kurt, I hope, is smart enough when he brings his kids here. They don't get to come down here before he's been down here, right? Make sure shit's locked, make sure gator's in place, things like that. Because they're not going to know how to deal with it. And that's always been my big fear about dealing with dangerous animals, is putting others at risk. That's why I love the reptile house. I don't put anybody else at risk but me. So it's not about the croc getting out and me being, oh my God, my croc's out, I'm going to get hurt. It's about the croc getting out and getting himself hurt. I mean, there are cords here. If he bit through a cord, could he electrocute himself? Sure. Could he get too cool? If I couldn't find him, could he get somewhere in here? It's pretty easy to find him. But those are all things you have to be concerned with. So we did this in an effort to protect him, not protect us. I want to make sure that that's apparent. It's not because we're Billy Badass. This is because, you know, it's an acceptable risk for me. I don't try to do things the Billy Badass way. See? I got all 10. Kurt, anything you want to add?
You were calling his feet paws?
Yeah.
Like claws. Paws is like for a kitten.
He's cute like a kitten. Can he have cute paws? No. I don't know what the technical term is. Feet. Gator feet. Like chicken feet.
I don't think it's paws.
Well, I don't know. It may not be, but I did call him paws. I don't know. What anything you'd like to add about this experience with Sobeck?
I think we need to build him a better cage.
A better cage. What do you want to do?
I don't know. Better.
Better. I am all open for upgrading Sobeck at some point. You are one of my, I always say this. Yeah, I say every animal's my favorite, I swear to God. Sobeck's one of my favorites. Lilith, though, Lilith is hard to beat. You're just a pretty little baby, aren't you? But it's just, I do love me some Sobeck, don't I, buddy? Even though it's not returned. How did you feel when he was out on the ground?
Fine.
Doesn't bother you a bit?
No.
Think it'd bother your wife?
Probably.
Yeah, mine too. So that's the thing, guys. If you're going to get a croc, understand, not everybody's going to be cool with the croc just on the ground, walking on its claw, feet, paws. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And before we go, do you think this is going to work, Kurt? Or am I going to come home and find Sobeck on the run again?
He'll probably get out again.
You think? Well, if he does, we'll have to come up with a new solution. We did talk about simply putting a top on this. The reason I didn't is because I feed him through up here. I do a lot of my work with him from up here. It'd just be a real pain in the dick. But if he is able to still get out, putting a top on this would probably likely be the next solution. I hate it because it does hurt view. It does hurt everything. I feel less open to it. But again, at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about him. So that would be, if this doesn't work, a top is the next logical step. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.